it's just so simple and straightforward, really, and the kind of late one to concede so early on.
For me, he ends up having the ball with Saliba too late. The ball's already on flight, and he's trying to battle now. That's when the keeper, you've got to do your work early. Have the battle early, make sure you're dominant, and then in the air, you've got to be in a position then to go and make an intent, or punch it, or whatever. Look, he's too late. He's got to step away then. The ball's already in flight. Now, look, he's on his own. He's trying to pass him now. And that ball's delivered.
I'd like to see him bouncing on his toes.
Yeah.
If you look at his heels, he's almost flat. His body is kind of dead. You know, if you're on your toes, your body's flat and it's ready to sprint. He's a bit kind of passive, really.
He's got to try to get himself around. So he can get to the ball first. He's got his hands.
Got to be active.
Yeah, he's got the hands. So he's waiting and then he's trying to punch it with the wrong hand.
If anyone goes in that 6-yard box, the keepers I played with, back in the day, there was things that were happening because of VAR they wouldn't do now. There's a few keepers I play with stamp on their toes and things like that. Can't do it now. But that is your area. You've got to dominate. That's your domain. That's your area. Look, there's no way he's getting bossed completely here. But he's having the battle, the physical battle, as the ball's coming in. And he's got to step away so that he gets a little bit of a run up, a 2-step, and then he can punch that ball. But he's battling. He's having a fight. And the rest
of him probably.
Yeah.
He should be looking for knowledge coming and actually him being the one that's the proactive one. And like you said, being elusive so he can come and get it. But it looks like he's surprised by the contact, and then he's fighting a losing battle after that.
The big problem we've got now, you've left Onana out. We've seen Onana make so many mistakes. The manager already this game has got a goalkeeping problem after one game because people are seeing that now. The defence are known that he hasn't dealt with it. The keeper himself has got to do what I call re-editing in his mind in some sort of way. That the next game that he's gonna learn from that and be better. But you've got a weakness already. As well as United, as well as I think they deserved at least a draw out of the game. And there were some really good things, but they've got a really major problem already after one match.
Yeah, well, Arsenal done their homework clearly because he had an issue in the League Cup tie at Tottenham last season in a very similar situation. And they said, let's test him early on.
I think if Onana was in goal, they'd do the same because the delivery from Arsenal is very good. There's a lot of bodies around. I even think that William Saliba, where I remember there was a time last season, the season before, Ben White would be really amongst the goalkeeper to the point where you're thinking, Ben, get away from him a bit. But I think that William Saliba is really passive. And the goalkeeper, I think, to the point where the goalkeeper can move it, like you're saying, Mike, so as he can get to the ball. So I just think that the ball's a great ball in. I think the goalkeeper's got himself in all sorts of problems. And for a start, he gets himself in a position where he can't punch it with his strong hand. But it's a good ball in, great ball in.
And then did we see David Raya in a similar situation, almost shown by India what he should be doing?
Well, again, you can look at the situation, you see they're going to put the ball into an area where, look, there's players around him, watch what he does, he gets himself into a situation, watch him now, watch the fan, where he's on his, like saying, he's on his top, watch him there, look. Bang on his top, see the ball punching away with his hand.
When you got to the early shot there, your body language from the top has gone. This one, your body's telling you that you're almost he was bouncing, he was almost embrace that. Wait to see what's going to happen. You've got to go make it happen. And I think what the body language between the two of us took on the challenge. Yeah, that's the game that we're starting to talk about.
Yeah, and that's the fine margin sometimes in these games.
Very much so. That's why Arsenal have been brilliant last season and this season. However, it's when they come from the back. This time, body's in the 6-yard box. You go into that box, believing you're going to score. All these players going up, the strikers obviously have worked at different scenarios, using the body, putting the goalie under pressure. There's a little run, the two little runs that we didn't talk about on the edge of the box. There's a little plan going there. We can pull it back, and I think Odegaard was ready to shoot. So that's another and they have this belief. They say, now we're going to score again. And at the end of the day, that has been the difference between the 3 points. Because United, you can't tell me United weren't a better team on the day. They probably created a little bit more than Arsenal did, but that was the vital part of the game. And now, that goalkeeper really has got to really do some work for himself, as well as the coaches and the goalkeeping coach, because that becomes a big problem. A massive wall that can build up if he doesn't do a lot of work mentally on that.
How important is that to spend over 200 million at one end of the pitch to still have this issue that you're all talking about at the other?
My margins for a goalkeeper. This question, Owen. Like Glenn said, that quickly spreads both ways. That commanded presence, belief. Yeah, this is also a strong. Either way, I'm unsure who's going to come to my head. Is he coming away a little bit, but don't give a corner away on the long. All of a sudden, it can spiral both ways. It's definitely something that has caused an issue today. It's caused an issue all the time now. The foundation, that backbone to spread through the back four or the back five.
With your experience with Evan Ramazan, didn't you?
That composure and that belief that the goalkeeper gives you is it spreads quickly and it can go in both directions pretty quickly. It also got a positive picture and also they got that today. I think that the goalkeeping problem from De Gea all the way to where we are now, obviously we see what's happened under Onana. Seen by him there today, nowhere near it. Man United with the amount of money like you just mentioned, and rightly as well in the goal, the money that they spent, they need more goals. I think, like I said, they scored goals last season, what was relegation for. If it weren't for Bruno, I don't know where they would have been. So they've addressed that. I think that Cunha and Mbeumo were very good today. But what's the point if your goalkeepers are going to be that bad? They need to. I don't know what's happening with Bruno Remains. He weren't playing the other day. I don't know if he's coming here. I don't know if he's going to. I don't know where he's going, but they really do need to sort that goalkeeping situation out because they've lost the game on that. It's a hard one to take to lose it on that. So I thought the players, especially like De Ligt, I thought he played very well today. Cunha played well. Even in Mbeumo for his day, they played very, very well. They deserve to lose a game like that. And a goalkeeper's poor technique. It's terrible way to lose a game.
Do you think, we've no idea where the budget's up to, and they've obviously got to get players out, but that might have enforce the need before August 31st to get somebody in, goalkeeper-wise?
I think they need a keeper. They do. I think that will enhance that. I think the manager will sit down with his staff and think about that. They've got to shift some people out, I would imagine. But, if you're going to have the spine of a team, everyone talks about having your spine and being a successful team. The great teams have always had that. You start with a goalkeeper. And if you've got a problem there after one match, Onana comes back in, everyone's going to be like, well, mistakes lost. So he's got a real problem already.
Well, let's talk live to the man who benefited from that error, following in the match winner, Ricardo Calafiori. He's going to speak to us on Old Trafford. Ricardo, great to see you. Well done. How good does that feel? Winning goal, first day of the season away at Old Trafford.
Hi guys, everybody. Yeah, obviously it was a great feeling. I couldn't start better than this. Obviously it was a tough game, but we managed to get the 3 points at the end.
And you and your Premier League goals, we saw you score at the Etihad. You now scored the winner at Old Trafford and that winner at Wolves. They're all big, important ones.
Yeah, when you score and you get the 3 points because of your goal is even more important, as you said. And that's a good start. We just have to keep going like that.
Is that the importance here of you following in, always expecting an error?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see the game as well.
Is that something you've highlighted though? We know you're so strong from set pieces and the amount of goals you score from that area.
Yeah, I was speaking before about this. We just working every day, every week. If possible, we have to improve every season because the other teams, they study us and they know how to defend. So we just have to improve even more.
Ricardo, what did the manager say at half time and how we were playing in the first half? Was he upset? Was he angry? What was he like in the dressing room?
Yeah, I wouldn't say upset, but obviously it wasn't our best game, I guess. And as well, it's not easy to play at Old Trafford. In the first minutes, they were so aggressive. But for sure, we could have done better. I think in the manner to regain the second goals. But at the end, if you want to win the league or if you want to do something important, you can only leave these points behind, even though you played not your best game, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the positive, isn't it? When you're not at your very best, to still keep a clean sheet and win at Manchester United.
Yeah, exactly.
And does that give you something to build on now moving forward? Having already seen City and Liverpool win this weekend before you played.
Yeah, obviously we were watching the games, and that means that we cannot leave any games. We have to win every game is possible. We have to stay in their rhythm, and obviously our belief is to be even in front of them, you know.
Indeed. Well done today, match winner Ricardo. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye.
That's the man who settled it in the end. And as we were saying earlier on, right, they're so good defensively. Another clean sheet to start the season. Today, that if they can nick games like that, that put themselves in a real situation.
But obviously, like I said, I think our front players today didn't really fire as well as even when we did break Manchester United's press and we got through. I thought the final ball, maybe it was from Martin or from Saka or whoever it was, it just wasn't quite gelling today. But like again, it's a good sign when you can win like that. But at the same time, you do want to see more shots. Watching Liverpool, watching City, they looked really potent with what they were doing. They looked really vibrant with what they were doing. And maybe we might take a few games to get into that. But it's going to be a tough start for us. But we still have to take that and think, it's not gone well up to in respect of our first game to blast the team. But like those guys, City are playing Wolves who normally start pretty poorly, and Liverpool playing Bournemouth. In respect to the teams, but it's games you'd expect them to win. This is a tough first game for Arsenal. Yes, you'd like to have seen us maybe play a little bit better and see some more signs of what's to come, but we won the game, and I think that's what's most important.
You'd be delighted to get on the bus now with that level of performance.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got really influential players for Arsenal. Rice, Saka, those two, for instance, nowhere near their best today. We hardly saw them actually affect the game in a positive way. But they're getting on that bus, going on the plane, getting home, and they've got 2 points tucked away. It's a great feeling because you can't play perfect football, particularly in the Premier League. You can't play perfect football and be offensive and everything go your way. So when that happens, it's a great weekend. You win 3-0, it's fabulous. But no, that's a really, really good win for Arsenal with the way that they performed. Their goalkeeper come up trumps with what he had to do. He'd done it well. The vital punch, a couple of saves. And they defended really stoutly. United had 2 sort of half chances really during the game.
Talking of United, let's get some reaction. Here is their manager, Ruben Amorim.
Well, Ruben, if you just saw the result, you might say same as last season. But if you see the performance, did that feel like progress? Did it feel like a stride forward?
I'm really proud of the guys. I think they were really brave in everything they did during the game. So the performance, congratulations for the performance, not congratulations, because we lost the game at home. I think we deserve clearly a different result. And we need to move forward to the next one.
So what did you like about the performance? What did you do well that gave you control in large parts of the match?
We were more aggressive than last year. We sprint more. We were more brave. We let 1 against 1 all the game. We press high, and then with the ball we have quality. Even when the stadium makes some sounds, continue to play the way we did. We lost fewer balls compared to last year. We struggle a lot, and then the small things that we talk about in the beginning of this season, that players like Cunha, like Brian, in one moment can elevate the stadium. So I think the most important thing, we were not boring.
You were boring. So Verno and Junior, even though they weren't able to get on the score sheet today, did you feel like compared to last season, they gave you a threat, even in moments where maybe Arsenal were on top of the game?
Yeah, you always feel in the game that they can do something and they can push the team, not just with the ball but without the ball. They press really well. They are working really hard. Again, I'm proud for the game that they played everybody, but we lost and we need to work on different things.
Did the reaction of the fans at full time actually tell you something? Did that tell you that I think they quite liked what they saw?
Even during the game, but again, we need to win games, but that was a completely different game from last season.
What did you make of the goal you conceded?
It's more or less the same that happened. Sometimes it happened last year. For me, it's not
It's not playing the ball. It's protecting the guys that they are attacking. I understand that we want goals when you touch the goalkeeper that way. I think it's hard. And especially to lose with a goal like this, I think it's hard. What would you say to your goalkeeper there? That was a foul, or does he have to be stronger in that instance? It's hard to be strong when you have to push and to go for the ball. Sometimes you are pushing and then you don't have more hands to go for the ball. We need to be in that moment, but especially we need the same thing in the opposite side. We are not cheap. We have to adapt to our rules. It's hard to accept because I think we were the best. And how do you see that goal from the situation? We're behind him, looking goal on Heaton, and I'm not in the squad at all. Is that a fight between the three of them in the last few weeks of the transfer window? Would you like to add a goalkeeper? No, it's we have players to win any game of Premier League. We need to focus. Forget about the noise. We are fighting for the places. That is a good thing, but we are playing as a team. Doesn't matter who is playing. We want to win it. Thank you. That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, he did very well actually. You were good at that at the time, answering the question. No, not until when you were playing directly, because he avoided it. Do you think deep down he was his new goalkeeper, but he might not be able to get one?
Yeah, maybe. And listen, I wouldn't expect it. I think he got to come on and fight for the group and protect it. And there's a bigger picture to look after as well. All the things he put into the game. So good, like you said, encouraging things, riffled out the ball, and then he ends up coming and I'm talking about that, which that's out of his control. That's it's a very tough one for him to have to take, really. And as I used the word deflating before, because I'm sure he'll feel a little bit like that, and thinking they should have got more from the game, and then he's got to end up coming and taking that. But I wouldn't expect, even if he didn't think it was a foul, I wouldn't expect him to come out any other way, really. He's got to look after his players, and I respect him for that.
They didn't score in 15 of 38 league games last season, but to have 22 attempts today, 7 on target. So there is a sea change there. It'll change eventually, you think, with the players that he's got on the pitch.
I think there's an excitement about the players he's brought in, the way they performed today, Boomer and Cunha particularly. I thought De Ligt was excellent today. I thought it was his best game probably in the United shirt when defending. So there was other passes there. They really were, but they're probably near close to actually, in a way, United still lost at home. They've got a problem at the moment. What did they lose last 9 games at home of the season? Be it they deserved at least a point. They haven't. They've lost again, and that's psychologically that's difficult. It really is. You want to be going and making Old Trafford a fortress like it used to be. Well, that's not the best stepping stone to go and lose your first game. But there was a lot of good signs there for United. I've got to say, they had a better structure about them. I was wondering whether they were going to concede and go into a fight, but they were brave. They put their wing backs up high. They pressed Arsenal, and on another day, that might have turned. That might have been a 2-1 victory, or even a 2-0 victory if they don't give us one goal, or even a 1-0. Really to what give themselves another 1-0 victory, really, and can't keep it. I think he's done well. I think he's definitely come out there and done well for his team. Like you said, you expect him to protect the keeper and not finishing, especially when he needs him now. And I was not even in the squad, but they've got to address that because, I think that other than the goalkeeper's mistake, that probably would be one of those results where they'd go and say, "That's a good start against a team that's probably going to challenge Real. They're going to challenge." And that would have been a great start. But now, obviously, they've lost the game of a goalkeeping mistake. What they've been dealing with the whole of last season, since Ronaldo's been there, I should say. So they've got to, they've got to address that because that's going to be a massive problem. Because like you mentioned as well earlier on, Gav, if Ronaldo does come back or if Tom Eaton comes back, the glare and the pressure on him in any moment, he's going to be under pressure. So they need to take that away by bringing in a top goalkeeper from Manchester United.
Okay, that's the losing manager. Here is the winning one, the Arsenal boss, Mikel Arteta.
Well, Mikel, we can come to how you did it shortly. But firstly, about the character the team showed. How important was it that you got the result today?
Well, massive. To go on this picture to Old Trafford with that atmosphere, the way they are building momentum with the new signings and the excitement around it is top. I mean, it's a great feeling. And then we have to be really humble about the way we did it. And we did it one because we put a magnificent set piece in. And after, because the way we reacted to mistakes and for mistakes and mistakes that are very far from the standards that we normally have, and we constantly reacted to that in a really positive way. And that's the reason why we had the opportunity to win the game.
Yeah, he won 8 of his 12 games against United. That was the Arsenal one. That's interesting. Talking about the resilience and the character today.
Well, I think that what we've shown under Mikel Arteta that we have got a lot of resilience. We are very good defensively. Obviously, the set pieces as well. We're able to take advantage of those like we did today. But in the main with the team, our defensive record has been brilliant for the last couple of seasons. It's the goals. What we need to get now. That's why I was hoping maybe Victor Sokos would have had the kind of game where we've seen stuff today. Didn't really see it today. I thought the lift was really tightened up pretty well about him today. But that's where you want to see the difference. Defensively, we are very good against anybody, especially the top six. It's the mid teams that we need to play. But again, with this game, main thing was to not lose it. And I'd like to see more shots on goal on the top of this. But again, it's the first game of the season. You know, I mean, we've got to build into it. You know, we've got some tough games coming. So, you know, that the main thing is that we haven't lost on the first day.
And obviously, Mikel Arteta, as we know, was ruthless in that goalkeeping area to bring in David Ryan, improve them further.
Yeah, no, I think there's a lesson there for United in many ways. But no, Ray, I've always thought he was great at Brentford. He was a great guy, he really was. But for such an open game, there wasn't many chances in both ends. And to have the, you know, both teams played open, attacked each other. It's like a basketball game in many ways. It's really strange how there wasn't much more created from both teams. But it's still a very exciting game, Premier League game. But room for improvement, certainly from Arsenal, but I think United, there's something there for United to hang their hat on in that performance, I've got to say.
Is it important to remember that? Only one game, and
Well, I have to. Today was almost a one-off. I think it was, it's always a bit of a free hit for United with the new signings, the freshness. I think it's a one-off for Arsenal as well in terms of getting a win and move on. Don't overanalyze it. I think they'll play better. Good players, they've got quality. I wouldn't overanalyze why before what's happened. I think they'll be fine. They won the game. United have got a lot to take from the game. So yeah, the result is a result, but I don't think it'll affect what happens next for both teams really.
okay. Gentlemen, thank you for your company, Righty, Michael and Glenn. Well, we were waiting for that one. And as I say, Arsenal just edging it with that big moment after 13 minutes. It's got Righty smiling on the opening weekend, which personally I'm always delighted about. From the four of us, we'll see you.
Welcome to the greatest show. This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
Wherever you are, whatever reason.
Oh, so I'm back.
Open in the A. You know I'm in the way. You can get me really slow. I'm trying to catch the
That was how the CEO now like that people. She was so angry. Like everybody said, like even the normal ones in the house said that kind of thing. She was not like she was so angry. And some of my doing that. And one of my room seniors, she's having teething problems there. So her parents they use her to. They should bring provision to school. School will allow her parents to bring her provision. Except, I mean, except means that even if you take out of it, you will not even know. But she will take out of it using my provision. This is that not getting it. So that senior was not so angry. Both of them. Hey, I can remember that time, Mango, it was Mango season that period. It was Mango season that period. That was not the senior was Vicky Mango. Like that one that was saying that my face was so fine. It was Vicky Mango. She just don't go. I was still telling them, all that to see your dog talk like this among you, not enter my room. People are happiness. People are happiness. People. My room see you now, what is it? Maybe it's next door. You know that my room see you now, what is nothing and start talking back at the scene. Anyone this. Now you can that one only can come the time like somebody want to corner hey, oh shut up. Jesus. The other seniors that have they are not like we have one SS3 and like four SS2. So if there's a 1, I wanted to come and talk back after their classmates. So you get going down on the left and for it. Then there's 2 people. I will all of this. If you see this is that one thing on the table is bring up all their positions. It plays all my positions, like all the positions. The way they want to do. That was how. So that day, you know, it's hilarious. You know, this thing were beating me because I took my provision to my friend's hostel. Like instead of I not told them that I had not come back to the school. Yeah, so the last one, don't know one baby who get out. That one was there. One baby who get out with that time. One girl like that. So the girl now, I was now told them that she saw me because she was happy without my friends. And I told her I was not to kiss me. Now I told them, if they lie, you make them lie, you came back and make it our friends. After the serious now, and I came back. The first of all, the first of all, tell me I need that. No, on top of my provision, my parents. Then when look I bring go and bring all the provision. I brought it though. And I went with tears in my eyes and I went together for the last one. Like my parents. Come on, this cannot have family. People family you want to know. It's just something like the way those people if you don't give people that have sisters, you got to do that. I'm not going to give them that school if you know that kind of thing, if you report somebody, they will one day close this time. So sometimes you create the discussion. If you know say if you are reporting to anybody, make sure that person has a very high upper hand over that person. And you are reporting to them.
And we're all going through different things in our lives, and we're gonna break that. Watch women's blood money.
What do we don't be tasting? If my cousins
Forget to for this to be the bully.
don't be if I go this if anything.
You go wait.
British spies are back now.
It's not about the go tell your me too as a worker. Everybody should last go to their house. But this one we say you go dey sleep, you don't dey sleep for bed, so person go come call you one dey beat you. They don can beat you before. That's why.
For case one, when I did case one, like I was like the shortest person in the group. My voice did very tiny. From GSS versus I was the shortest.
Why you go shortest?
Yeah, you tell you now, so you see you know, but with that small my tiny voice, I feel like if I shout, you be like now we should do it. I have a very tiny voice that I can
Once you don't see this, she don't tell me that she work for her food, including her like including the one where she used to do like Jesus. Show me that girl. I don't know if you and like if I sometimes if I see my schoolmate, I'll feel like Very lazy foolish game. Oh God. You remember those times? Was it the time like that they would give us obono soup and garri? You was not the best soup. Like the obono soup, even if na 10 years to come, you go back to that school and chop your obono, you have one taste. Like you know the thing. So me, I don't not be one person dey cook the food only alone. I don't know what is happening. If the chop the food, maybe instead I say two no people, come out one or like so the about two so they dey do nothing. Even the fish of fish, all those things inside, they no be like a chop to one show one day one time to do. One of my friend was just talking. He chop I just do that dey do. I say shut up. Let me see the talk. I don't carry my Maya. Oh, I want to see the talk. Maya. Those my classmates now, they don't tell me. No, me, one thing I know is that I am really very stubborn, and that wait, I get strong head, and I know that strong head helps me a lot. The way they actually do those things to me, they are people that their own are work. So, not like people, I mean the people that the bully was worse to them. For me, so get some kind of people say they tell me like this. In fact, I go talk say, here you are there for openly, I'm not look people anything. When I was in grade 10, what they used to call me that you know that for that time, that's the grade 10 is like okay. So I don't chop them. Like, you know that kind of thing to say you can't take away from any break, any break. When you meet me, you always get your son. So I'm like, hey, see why I'm like, so all these other people wait there, all that say, are trying to suppress us. You know, any small thing. You know what you say, there's not the right to get people to see, and they get that's why I was annoyed. Like, I can see people out there, they are not, they are not different. Like they were never prefect, but like oh, they no, can't share this. They used to share in SS2 because they would leave the SS2 so that they would focus on the exam. That's this. Prefect, now they talk. If I bring out my award here, they back to it. Everything. It was so everything. I remember when I took overall first overall first. The boy that was taking the overall, imagine me a child from a village school. After I was 2 years old, I came to first 10 years. I took first 10 years one, second 10 six, third 10 four, first 10 years one, third years two. First in my class as the overall first. Hey! So the brother will take it. Oh, the brother took they used to take they took overall first from the small first term to small term. The normal from the child from the say we did also we do like say my papa money all this school money. Like everybody does the laugh. Before one time we laugh for the shout. Like we used to do ourselves before we become the Ukraine is not the for them. So they now after that they went for it like
seconds before they reach the position. Directly to rendezvous swan.
pretty girl.
But you do realize that people are whispering right now. Because you remember in your training, you were rather good at holding your breath.
Your loving kindness towards me. Your family. There is no one else like you. There is no one else like you. There is no one like you. Great is your mercy towards me. Your love is kind. Can you see? You are The strong balance. Jesus. Ew.
Outside, never let anyone describe you as being white wine, pretty wine, red wine. You missed some news, Mr. Pickle. Hmm?
They put the person inside something else. You buy the person, really the person. Like so sweet. Yes, you come. It's all good.
Oh,
They
gotta have.
say that they are going to
Really?
go to
We were
go
wondering if you'd have a
and
second
everything.
encounter with
This
Tommy.
transport.
Yes. I'm looking forward to finishing him off. All right, gents. Come in, come in. Gotta have an off. Please remain for Burger's debrief. Everyone else, reconvene at 1900 hours.
So, the man who attacked Galahad in the taxi was Charlie Hesketh, rejected Kingsman applicant turned back. You all saw him back at Richmond Valentine's HQ. Like everyone else there, Charlie had a security implant in his neck, a weakness we had no choice but to exploit.
Hey, man, still fucking spectacular, eh? Come on, guys, loosen up. You saved the world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Galahad, you also saved Charlie. When you electrocuted him, you damaged his implant. Instead of his head exploding, he only lost an arm and his vocal cords.
Fuck, we should be thanking you. And now he's back for revenge.
I don't think so, sir. We believe he's been
Please,
recruited by
can you
another
call?
organization.
Got a police
It's
autopsy
your
report.
fault.
Colleagues in the SUVs. The goons to hire. With booth, felt smooth. Nothing. A cosmetic tattoo at 4 carat gold. They all
You
have
have
them.
to check how.
Seems like we're looking at some kind of underworld organization.
So you're
No,
a
see,
obvious
like,
sense before you make
Not at me. Please take your shirt off. Beautiful, isn't it? Not bad. Good. The sun is out. The sky is blue. There's not a cloud to spoil a view, but it's raining. Raining in my heart. Oh, misery, misery. What's gonna become of me? How is he?
It's delicious.
Welcome.
He's one who they used to.
My heart. Jahara, yet to go.
I think we should do you the favor of conversing in English. Yes. So, tell me, what do?
I was the potatoes. Guys,
You may address my daughter as your highness. Please address the queen and myself with your majesty.
Papa, this is a family dinner, not some state function.
Well then, yes. What do you make of the current situation in the Indian financial markets?
But
well, I don't think we can underestimate the impact of ECB's quantitative measures and, of course, the liquidity wave from the US Federal Reserve rate hike that we pushed back. Frida Kahlo. Well, other than the 1939 acquisition by the Greeks, it wasn't really acknowledged until the neo-Mexicanismo art movement of the late 1970s.
Moorish revival.
The Palazzo Samezzano in Tuscany. Beautiful.
Bluetooth technology.
Which, of course, got its name from the legendary Danish king Harald Blåtand, whose name translates to Bluetooth in English.
and the Bluetooth logo is his initials in North Korean symbols.
And as I'm sure you know, the Bluetooth logo is his initials in North Korean symbols.
Wait, what is? Fucking put it! And he's researched his gold tattoo. I found records of other people with the same body modifications. All of them have high-level involvement with crime and international drug trafficking. And there's rumors of something called the Golden Circle. Best agent or best friend?
So give it a rest, mate. Stop scratching the door. I've got to get the plane, man. There you are, okay. Shit, what? Listen, JB. What a cereal.
I must say, you are really not as I expected.
Thank you very much. Your Majesty. Say again, mate. What the fuck is going on here?
You a gentleman now or something?
Oh, you know, was that Toby's mum and dad's house?
Tell you what, whatever you're doing, I want in.
Put it down. What? I said, put it down now.
What's wrong with it?
Shut it! Fucking shut it! Shut it now!
All right, mate, shall we both?
Exit.
Oh, no, oh my God, no, I'm so sorry.
You shut up and always put me in a nutshell.
Yep. Englishman is London. like toast, but British. And to say thank you, I got you a present, Charlie. My guys made you this. Bigger, better. I call it arm. Get him. Let's see your game improves.
Someone decides to wipe out every Kingsman property, every agent, and somehow, conveniently, you weren't at home.
I can say the same thing about you.
Well, you think I killed Roxy? And my mate Brandon and my fucking dog?
No. You think I would? This thing hacked us. Clearly, this arm can be remotely controlled. I'm only alive because my address wasn't on the database with the agents. Whoever Charlie's working with doesn't think that me or staff are missile worthy.
This ain't funny. Roxy is dead. Everyone's dead. Don't you even care?
Do something, Ken. Remember your training. There's no time for emotion in this scenario. Now, as all surviving agents are present, we follow the Doomsday Protocol. When that's done, and only then, you may shed a tear in pride.
Okay. What's the Doomsday Protocol?
We go shopping. We're from Kingsman. I'd like to buy some wine. And just tasting room number 3. Not one of my predecessors has ever been in this situation before. Thank God. Remember this?
Yeah, how could I forget?
This is not safe as the hospital.
Is that it?
I suppose that must be upper class humor. I don't get it.
Me neither. What the fuck are we supposed to do now?
I think we should drink a toast to our fallen comrades.
To Roxy.
Rosie. To Arthur.
Arthur. Should we do one for JB?
I think we should. Charlie, the taxi's all my fault.
Nah, that's bullshit. Bullshit, man. It ain't all your fault.
The best, bro. Honestly, without you, I lost it a long time ago. I think we should drink to Scotland. I think we probably had enough, to be honest. You're probably right. Buddy, I think we're going to Kentucky. Fried chicken. I'm not fried chicken. No, proper Kentucky. Look. You're also right. Country and western music. Country road. Take me home to the place. I'm in for security scanner just to protect a few more pounds of whiskey. From the other one off. Got it. You get anything? Not yet. Up, you know. Sure there's no scotch. Hang on. According to this, there's a huge underground structure right beneath us. If my calculations are correct, this is the way in. Fuck yeah, man. You know, my mama, she always told me, us Southerners get our good manners from the British. Respect them. I ain't that to you. Y'all ain't keep that for yourself. I heard a knock before you in. Actually, we had an invitation. How did you know? Yeah, it came in and shook it. We're from the King shop in London, maybe you've heard of it. Kingsman? Yeah. Huh. That's where y'all got them fine suits and them fancy space y'all got on tap. That's right. Y'all are damn sure. Let me see if I got it right. You want me to believe that it's normal for a tailor to hack to an advanced biometric security system with nothing but a little video watch on. I promise you. That dog don't hunt. You go on and get down on your knees and tell me who you really work for. That's 1963 Statesman Reserve. You just made it personal. Who the fuck are you? Involving a secret law. You really expect me to take that serious? See, I think your story's horseshit. Y'all was trying to cover for a failed rescue mission. You're here for the lepidopterist, ain't you? Okay, so you're a mystery bottle, huh? Look anything like that right there? Yes, same brand, much older. Alright. Let's see here. You know why the measurement of alcohol content is called proof? Oh, fuck off! Oh, for peace sake. Comes back in the old days when pirates, they wanted to test the strength of their rum. Just pour a little bit out on gunpowder. That'll make you want to like that one. Powders, they burn when they set it alight. They're proof. Their rum was good. See, I ain't got no gunpowder on me. But
I'm pretty sure you boys will make just as impressive of a sound when I set your boss on fire. Or you can just tell me who the fuck y'all really are and how the hell y'all found it.
But for the last time, we have nothing to protect but our honor. So you can take your cheap horse pick you call whiskey, which by the way you spell without an E, is nothing compared to a single malt scotch, and you can go fuck yourself.
Bless you.
Yeah. No, I love a Jack and Coke, bro. But I do agree with the part where you go fuck yourself.
Alright, y'all ain't got nothing to protect other than your honor. Let's see what happens when we change things up. Y'all got 3 seconds to tell me the truth.
Wait. No. Hurry!
You can't hear you, but I can't. Oh.
Get down!
Hurry! Hurry! Hurry!
The story checked out. I opened our doomsday scenario locker and an umbrella was in it. Kingsman. It's got our logo on it.
My apologies, boys. I hope there ain't no hard feelings. I was just doing my job. Welcome to Statesman, independent intelligence agency. Just like y'all, I reckon. But our family went into the booze business. Like this sweet Lord above. This is Ginger Ale. He's our strategy executive.
Huh?
I'm Agent Tequila.
This is the part where you and Five.
Yeah.